Hunting culture in 10 different countries. Hunting is an activity that dates back to the ancient times of humanity and holds an important place in many cultures. This activity has been practiced for both food supply and as part of social and cultural rituals throughout history. The hunting traditions in different countries vary based on the history, geography, economy, and social structure of those societies. Here is an overview of hunting culture in 10 different countries around the world. 1. United States. In the United States, hunting is carried out both as a sport and for food procurement. Particularly, rules and ethical principles related to wildlife conservation are highly emphasized. Organizations such as hunting and fishing associations promote sustainable hunting practices. Hunting is an important cultural activity in states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Alaska. The hunting fairs and hunting education programs held annually help train new hunters and raise awareness about hunting ethics. Common game animals include white-tailed deer, wild boars, and ducks. 2. Canada. Hunting in Canada is common, especially in forested and mountainous regions. It is both a traditional cultural activity and a form of recreation. Canada is known for having strict wildlife conservation laws. In particular, large game animals such as bears and caribou are hunted in the northern regions. Hunting trips are often long and arduous, taking place in some of the most remote parts of the country. Additionally, Canada has unique practices such as lake hunting, where hunters take boats out to hunt waterfowl. The hunting culture is deeply intertwined with the Canadian identity, particularly in remote areas. 3. Australia. In Australia, hunting has been a controversial topic in recent years. Indigenous people have been hunting on the land for thousands of years, but modern hunting has been more restricted due to environmental concerns. Hunting in Australia often focuses on controlling populations of invasive species. Animals such as kangaroos, dingoes, and wild pigs are commonly hunted. However, strict laws protect native wildlife, and illegal hunting has serious penalties. Traditional practices, such as koala hunting, persist among certain indigenous groups, though these are rare. 4. Russia. Hunting in Russia is widespread, especially in the vast forests and mountainous areas of Siberia. Russian hunting is both a traditional activity and a modern sport. Russians hunt large game such as wild boar, wolf, bear, and roe deer. Siberia, with its harsh cold climate, is particularly popular for hunting large animals. In Russia, hunting is also linked to the study and monitoring of wildlife, with some organizations promoting sustainable hunting practices. For the local population, hunting is seen as an essential skill for survival, and the relationship with nature is an integral part of cultural identity. 5. Brazil. Brazil's tropical forests, expansive woodlands, and the Amazon region are home to unique hunting traditions and challenges. Indigenous people have been hunting in these areas for centuries, and hunting still plays a role in food procurement. However, illegal hunting, or poaching, is a serious issue in Brazil and poses a significant threat to biodiversity, particularly in the Amazon rainforest. While hunting practices among indigenous groups continue, there are strict regulations to protect endangered species. In some regions, regulated hunting is allowed to control invasive species, but it is always a topic of environmental debate. 6. China. In China, hunting has had cultural and philosophical significance throughout history. In ancient China, hunting was seen as a symbol of nobility, but today hunting is mostly limited to traditional practices. Modern hunting is highly regulated, and wildlife conservation laws are strictly enforced. Illegal hunting is severely penalized. The most common game animals in China include rabbits, ducks, and hunting birds. Some rural areas still practice hunting of larger species like wild boar and bear, although these activities are rare and usually linked to older traditions. 7. Norway. In Norway, hunting is a widely practiced activity in the country's forested and mountainous regions. Hunting has been part of Norwegian culture for centuries and remains a significant part of the national identity. Here, hunting is regulated, with specific hunting seasons and quotas set for various game species. Common game animals include reindeer, moose, wild boar, and mountain goats. Hunting in Norway is not only a sport, but also an activity closely linked to the conservation of nature and monitoring of wildlife populations. The ethical practice of hunting and respect for the environment is central to Norwegian hunting culture. 8. United Kingdom. Hunting in the United Kingdom has historically been an aristocratic pastime. From the Middle Ages, hunting was seen as a symbol of nobility, and it continues to hold cultural significance, especially in rural areas. Today, hunting in the UK is typically focused on bird hunting, such as pheasant and partridge, and hunting with hounds. The British are known for game bird shooting and rabbit hunting, both of which are traditional forms of hunting in the countryside. The relationship between hunting and the land is central to rural British life, and hunting is celebrated with festivals and competitions. 9. Kenya. In Kenya, hunting is closely associated with safari tourism. Although hunting for sport was once common, Kenya has adopted a policy of hunting ban in recent years. Today, hunting is mostly prohibited, and wildlife conservation is a high priority. Kenya is renowned for its efforts to protect large game species such as lions, elephants, and rhinoceroses, and poaching is a significant issue. However, photo safaris, where tourists observe and photograph wildlife rather than hunt, have become a thriving sector of Kenya's tourism industry. Conservation efforts and the protection of endangered species are key components of Kenya's modern hunting culture. 10th, New Zealand. New Zealand has its own unique hunting culture, influenced by both indigenous Maori traditions and European settlers. Hunting here is primarily focused on animals like wild pigs, deer, and rabbits. New Zealand is also known for its rugged terrain, and hunting trips often involve long treks through difficult landscapes. The country has a strict system of regulations to manage hunting and ensure sustainable practices. New Zealand's hunting culture also emphasizes conservation, and hunters often work in cooperation with wildlife organizations to maintain the health of the ecosystems they hunt in. New Zealand is a popular destination for hunters from around the world, particularly for deer hunting. In different parts of the world, hunting remains both a way of life and an integral cultural activity. The practices, regulations, and ethical considerations surrounding hunting differ greatly from country to country, shaped by local history, geography, and ecological factors. Whether for food, sport, or cultural identity, hunting continues to play a significant role in the relationship between humans and nature.